top focus right now is the war of words that has broken out between the BJP and the TMC after the arrest of Kolkata resident Lalit Mohan Jha, the fifth accused and the mastermind of the Parliament security breach incident. The war of words has broken out over a photograph that has now revealed Jha to be with TMC MLA Tapas Roy. The Kolkata connection of Lalit Jha sparked a political debate in the state, with West Bengal BJP President Sukanta Majumdar accusing Tapas Roy of being in connivance with Jha. Majumdar has shared two photographs of Roy with Jha on social media. Meanwhile, the TMC leaders have called these acts childish and accused the BJP of covering up the fact that those who entered the parliament, the intruders, actually came in on passes issued by BJP MP Pratap Sinha. What does this war of words even mean, and what is it that needs to be looked into? We take this conversation forward. I have with me Meeta Chakrabarti of the Congress, Manav Jaiswal of the TMC, Rajesh Jauhri, senior journalist with us, Himanshu Bhatt, senior journalist also with us. Let me begin this conversation with Manav Jaiswal of the TMC. Manav Jaiswal, how does the TMC now respond to these photographs that have come out of Lalit Mohan Jha with the TMC MLA? Okay, Manav, can you hear me? All right, Manav, I'm going to have to request you to unmute yourself.
Can you see me now?
Yes, we can. Manav Jaiswal, please go ahead.
How do you... What? I don't know.
I'll repeat my question, sir. I'll repeat my question.
Please.
How does the TMC respond to now these charges that have come out, these photographs that have come out of the BJP now accusing the TMC of being in connivance with the main mastermind, Lalit Mohan Jha? I see you smiling.
First of all, hello?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can hear you, Mr. Jaiswal. Okay, we'll try to fix that connection. Manav, I'll really request you to fix your connection if you can, because I can't have this conversation without hearing the TMC out. It'll become, a useless conversation for us as well. So I'm going to really request you to please fix your connection there. Meeta Chakrabarti, the Congress has also now made certain comments. The opposition is, of course, questioning the fact that it was a BJP MLA that has issued the ultimate passes. What really does that even mean? Because on the one hand, yes, it's a BJP MP who issued the passes to the intruders, but then you also have now these photographs of the accused with a TMC MLA. So where does this even go from here? Because it seems that everybody then has someone or the other who's in one way or another involved with the accused.
Okay, good afternoon to all your viewers. And before we go on this accusation and counter accusation and this media trials of sort, I think certain basic facts need to be established. Number one, there has been a serious breach of security. The visitor visas have been issued by the office of Mysore BJP MP Pratap Sinha. I wonder why he's not being investigated, and if he's being investigated, what is the status of that investigation? Number two, this was the anniversary of a very tragic incident that took place in 2001 on 13th of December when our old parliamentary building was attacked and we lost human lives there.
Yes.
In such an anniversary, why was the security arrangement not being made adequate? Number three, this is a winter session. It's a given fact that people will wear layered clothing. Saying that they were hiding the smoke pistols inside their shoes is not good enough. Despite having multiple layers of detectors, security screening, physical screening, what happened to physical frisking? Why were these intruders allowed to carry the smoke pistols inside the parliament? Who is going to fix the accountability of this? What happened to the security guys? Have they been called out? Has Amit Shah taken the accountability of this very serious breach of security where intruders can carry smoke pistols inside the parliament?
Okay, Meeta Chakrabarti, what do you think the Delhi police or Amit Shah or the Home Ministry are doing right now? Do you think that they're not doing anything? They're not looking into it?
No, the idea is that what were they doing prior to 13th of December? On such a day,
Absolutely,
if people
right.
can carry smoke pistols inside the parliament, and there were media houses that were actually competing with each other as who is going to flash the smoke pistol, the canister first on the screen.
My media house was not a part of that, ma'am. My media house was not a part of that.
I know. I'm not saying your media house, and I congratulate you for not being part of that circus. But there were sections of media houses, and you're well aware about whom I'm referring to. They were kind of having this fierce competition as who is going to flash the canister first, which is part of an evidence. We have reduced parliamentary security to a matter of joke. Now, coming to this TMC MP, the specific point that we are discussing, by all means investigate. We know people in public life, they go to different functions. I think this was a Saraswati Puja 3 years back. And in a puja, in a podium, in a public function, people get photographed. But I'm not here to defend anyone. By all means, carry out investigation, but come up with something more conclusive. It cannot be just a deflection and shifting the blame. The first responsibility and accountability for parliamentary security lies with the office of the Home Minister, Mr. Amit Shah. He needs to take accountability. He needs to tell how the security fell apart, why the security arrangements were not adequate. He has to take us, and the BJP MP who had issued this visitor's visa, did they not know these people individually? On what basis this visitor's visa was being issued? What if this gas was poisonous?
Yeah, so absolutely. No, you're right. Meeta Chakrabarti, whatever you're saying, those are the questions that everybody...
a photograph and saying that, okay, this
you're
guy
right. You're right.
X, Y, Z.
Okay, everything that you're saying is absolutely right. One has to look into how India's parliament security was breached, that too on the day when many years ago, almost 2 decades ago, a very deadly attack took place in which, yes, you're right, people lost their lives. And we had learnt very bitter lessons back then. There are more lessons as far as security is concerned to be learned from this particular case. However, would you agree with the fact that there is perhaps then the possibility that it is an insider that has assisted these people, the intruders, to actually take the equipment they required or to get away with the security?
You know something, when there is a tendency to deflect the blame, when you do not want to take responsibility of your own failures, the easiest thing is to try and pull up something and build up a conspiracy theory.
So you don't think that...
I'm not an investigating agency,
no, but do you not feel that then all members of parliament need to be questioned?
No, first of all, Pratap Seema needs to be questioned. On what basis those visitors...
He will be. The Delhi police has said that they will question him. 100%
yes,
they will.
And by all means, if there has been any link, any photograph, by all means investigate the TMC MP. I'm not saying do not investigate. I think the TMC MP has gone on record and stated that he does not know these people. He was attending a puja, and in the puja, in a public meeting, there are different people in a group who come and take pictures with public figures.
Yes, you're right.
Whether he spoke the truth or not is for the TMC to defend, and is for the TMC MP. By all means, do investigate. But what I'm trying to say is, first, fix accountability for a very serious lapse of security in Indian Parliament.
Okay.
Number 2, complete the investigation. Number 3, and of course, by all means, if there's a conspiracy theory, by all means, come up with proper concrete evidence.
Okay.
Not just photographs of a puja.
Okay.
And number 3, review the security procedures of the Indian Parliament at the earliest possible.
Okay. All right. Manav Jaiswal of the TMC, I hope you can hear me now, and we'll also be able to hear you.
Yeah, very good afternoon and namaskar to the nation.
Yes, Manav, what really does the TMC then have to say over some of the allegations that have been made? I don't have anybody from the BJP, but I do, of course, have to give you an opportunity to speak. What is it that the TMC has to say about these photographs that have emerged?
First of all, as it is, you could understand that BJP stands for Bhagoda Janata Party. Basically, Bhagoda Jumla Party. Now, you could understand the people out here in Bengal, they don't have any other agenda. They cannot go to the people of the state. They cannot ask that, okay, come to pay us the money, who have been the 100 days laborers. They would not do that. They would only act as a Jumla Party. Now, as if they say that there are photographs which have been seen on the public podium, onto some puja pandals and the other places. Do you remember Nirav Modi sharing that with our Prime Minister Narendra Damodar Modi in Davos? Mehul Choksi in Davos? You know, there's some Ishfaq Ahmed and Basarat Ahmed, the leaders of BJP who were found terrorists, shared their diets with Amit Shah. What?
Have we lost Manav once again? Manav, I'm going to really request you, we keep losing your audio over and over again. And I don't think you can hear me now either. Okay, I believe Manav can't hear me. I'm going to have to bring in Himanshu Bhatt into the conversation. Himanshu Bhatt, when we say that we must fix accountability in this entire matter, what do we then want that to mean?
The accountability has to be fixed. Yes, I agree to that. But then within 24 hours, now what has happened is a decision has been taken. That is what I get the information. That visitors gallery would be covered with the glass, bulletproof glass, so that people can't jump from that. That's the first thing which could have been done years ago, but at least it's been done. And whatever breach has taken place, how did canister get in? That needs to be found out. The investigation is on. Let's give them a few days. They will come up with something. Amit Shah has said yesterday itself that within 15 days, the House Speaker will come up with the real facts. What has exactly happened? And in that, the entire investigation, who has connived, if they have connived, who are these people, and how it was done. I'll give you an incident. People are talking political tutu memes. Go on with such an incident is very, very unfortunate. This is a case of national security. And here, political tutu meme must not happen. But when it is happening, let me give you an incident. In 1974, one Ratan Chandra Gupta intruded like this in the parliament with a rifle and some leaflets. When caught by some security men, he fled and shot himself. He survived. He had obtained the pass from then the Congress MP from Uttar Pradesh. His name, I forget, but then after that, he was jailed. He was got out of the jail in a month's time, and nobody knows exactly what had happened with that intruder and the Congress MP. Congress government at that time in 1974 went to Lok Sabha and through Lok Sabha got him released in a month's time. This is a fact of life. You can refer to the things. So what I'm saying is, people have absolutely no right, anyone.
Yes.
Why this is done, why that is done. Yes, it is agreed. A BJP MP this time had issued the passes. But we all know in Lok Sabha how the passes are issued. If I come to Delhi and I want to visit Lok Sabha, I'll go to my area MP and he will make arrangement for that. That's been happening all around India. And hundreds of people visit that. But after that, the security part, that's where the things get murky here. Was he really frisked? Was he totally frisked? People say it was in his boots. The canister was in his boots. Can you walk with the canister in the boots? Or was the canister supplied from somewhere inside? See, these things are very sensitive. They need to be investigated. It's all very nice, oratory, sitting in a studio and making speeches. This must be done and that must be done. But let the real groundwork happen. 4 arrests have taken place. Why was the chief kingpin, as you people say, came by himself, was made to surrender? This is what people are reporting. Was made to surrender. Who were these people? Who were his bosses? Who supplied them finances? Who gave them money? They were unemployed youths, no? Who gave them money to come to Delhi from different parts of the country? Who trained them for 1.5 years? We need to know all these things.
Absolutely.
Question of national security.
I'm going to bring in Manav Jaiswal as well into the conversation. Manav, hopefully your connection is sorted once and for all. Please go ahead. You were making a point.
Well, namaskar to the nation again. Well, you can understand, I was just listening to Mr. Bhatt. Excellent. His insight is so overwhelming and so insightful. Like, you're talking about 50 years back, what happened 50 years back. You want to say that one wrong multiplies with the other wrong, and it is correct. The consent and the context is not the same. You're sitting in 2023, you're talking about the new parliament, you're talking about the completely new structure, you're talking about the most powerful place in India, you're talking about the most powerful leader of the world. Under his leadership, this is happening under his nose. And who's accountable? We are talking about the accountability. And as far as the photographs are concerned, Neerav Modi is sharing photos with Mr. Narendra Modi in Davos. Yeah, Mr. Modi is not responsible. You have Mehul Choksi sharing the same photograph. Mr. Modi is not responsible.
Manav Jaiswal, Neerav Modi standing with Narendra Modi in Davos. How is he responsible?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Lalit Jha sharing the photograph of one of our leaders in TMC, is he responsible? What is the logic? Is this the logic? Then that should be the bigger logic. He said, Modi ji, tata bye bye, main desh ka paisa chori karke I'm flying away. Did he say that? Did Mr. Modi allow this? No. Anybody can come and take a photograph. Now you, Devika, you are such a beautiful personality. You are running and you are sitting on the channel. You are a celebrity. Today, anybody can come and take a selfie.
Yes, absolutely. I agree with you. At events, people do come in and take photos with you. Yes, so absolutely.
So tomorrow, if that person becomes a terrorist, then you are responsible. You are also a terrorist. Exactly the same way when Amit Shah went to Kashmir, he had his own BJP. Now, the idea is what? The people who became terrorists or who are adjudicated as a terrorist, who did a terrorist activity, they were BJP leaders. They were BJP pracharas. And later on, they were found to be a terrorist. So who is responsible? So the whole context is you cannot just run away. As I call them, Bhagoda Jumla Party, they're always running away. BJP is running away on the core questions. Today, you're talking about one incident which has happened or which is made to happen because there were so many important questions going before 2024. You're not asking for the expulsion of the MP whose permission was given to some Lalit Jha. Why? Is he not responsible? Isn't BJP has even 1% of courtesy to take any form of responsibility? Puri happened, BJP said Pakistan ka hai. Pulwama happened, Pakistan ne kiya. Pathankot happened, Pakistan ne kiya. हम फोटो खिंचा रहे थे बियर एंड गर्ल्स की शूटिंग कर रहे थे मैं रिस्पॉन्सिबल नहीं हूँ लेकिन मैं देश से वोट मांग सकता हूँ
ओके
मैं कब्जी में बैठ सकता हूँ मैं देश की कमान थाम सकता हूँ मैं जो बोलूंगा वही होगा मैं बोलूं रात हो मैं बोलूं सुबह हो मेरी मर्जी बट यू नॉट रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर एनीथिंग isn't the prime minister's moral responsibility to come to the parliament and talk to the nation tell the entire world the whole world is watching. They're making a mockery of India. It's a matter of national security. It's also a matter of national pride. My people across pan world, in America, in London, in Germany, they're mocking at us. It's a serious matter.
So Manav Jaiswal, when they mock, when the people across the world, you say they mock us, what is the response then of the opposition? Is it to say that this is a major incident that has taken place in India and we see this as a national security matter and that this is something that all of us need to come together and look into whether there is a larger conspiracy? Is that something that the opposition will ever come and say?
Devika, all of the opposition has come together and asked for an explanation and asked for the incident what has been to be investigated.
Right.
We are requesting the complete approach should come from the benches who are on the cabinet side, who are running the government. They are answerable. They are running the show. They are managing and mismanaging the country. We as a nation, we have come together. India Alliance is together. It is with the country. People who are mocking at us is not because of India. They are mocking at this administration. They are mocking at this Vishwaguru. They are mocking at the most powerful person on earth, the Home Minister. They are not mocking at India. Mind you. They are mocking at the kind of approach these people have given it to the nation.
Okay.
You can talk about 50 years ago. Brother, 50 years is a long time. The technology has evolved. The whole world has evolved. You are tracked every moment. There is no privacy. My mobile and me, we don't have any privacy. Privacy itself is a myth today. But Mr. Bhatt wants to stay in 1974. He wants to, balance the act of 1974 में Indira Gandhi's government, this happened. So Modi can also do with it.
Okay.
Indira Gandhi divided Pakistan into two. Modi is not even able to attack Pakistan and the Pakistan occupied Kashmir zone. Why?
Okay, fine. All right, you made your point.
Indira Gandhi went ahead and did a Mercy Sandhi with Russia.
Okay, Manav Jaiswal, you made your point. You made your point.
China has come to India and our Prime Minister is saying, na koi aaya hai, na koi aaya tha, na koi aaya. What is this, yeah?
Okay, you made your point. Rajesh Jauhri, okay, Manav Jaiswal.
Don't do anything.
Manav Jaiswal, okay, you made your point. You say that, of course, it is the current administration that has to take 100% responsibility of what has happened. And I don't think anybody disagrees on that. Everybody is seeking now an explanation of what has happened, why has it happened, and what is it that really then needs to be looked into. Who were the actual people who are behind this attack? It can't be these 4 kids and some Lalit Mohan Jha roaming around who's managed to execute this plan. There's a larger conspiracy at play here. Rajesh Jauhri, at this point in time then, what becomes the responsibility of the political parties? Because somewhere, yes, once the name of the BJP MP who has issued the pass has come out, and suddenly we see an Amit Malviya tweeting out photographs of Lalit Mohan Jha with the TMC MLA, which ultimately, what do they prove? When the TMC says that, listen, these are public events and somebody comes and gets a photograph with an MLA and then puts it on social media, this happens with all of us today. For the past 3 days, we've been hosting events. People have been coming in and out. People have been taking photographs with the ministers who are coming in and out. People have been taking photographs with other people. And I'm sure they're putting it on social media. Tomorrow, if they were to turn into, unwanted elements of society, what does one do? How does that prove anything? So, do you think that the BJP then is somewhere also trying to cover its tracks because their MP is the one who's issued the pass? It's his name now on the line. It's his explanations that he'll have to give to the Delhi police on why he issued the pass. Do you think it's right for the BJP to then come out with these photographs?
I think this matter is of grave concern and it is a matter of national security. So politics must not happen in such matters. This is the first thing. Whether BJP is leveling allegation against TMC or TMC is leveling allegation against BJP or Congress is leveling allegation against BJP, these are not proper. Second thing, Mr. Manav was and the whole TMC and whole opposition is again and again pressing for the statement of Home Minister or Prime Minister. I think it's a very serious kind of crime, and investigating agencies are already on the work and they are doing investigations, and it takes time and it is a very complicated type of problem. And giving a statement of a Prime Minister or a Home Minister is not a statement of a person. It is a statement of the nation. So it must come up with a very seriously. Actually, it must not be done in a hurriedly manner, because whatever opposition says, whatever anybody says, whether somebody is making mockery, we must not be concerned, because once Prime Minister or Home Minister give a statement, they must give a proper statement and it should cover everything. And if there is the lapse of security, then it must be tackled. And secondly, if BJP MP is responsible for that, he or she must be punished for that. Secondly, I would like to tell you, getting a pass to visit the parliament is very easy, because once I was in Delhi and I had to visit the parliament on the next day. I told some of my media friends and they arranged a pass. I don't know which MP had managed that pass, but I don't know that MP. That MP doesn't know me. The OSD of that MP doesn't know me. I don't know the OSD of that OSD. So this is a very simple system, and I think the government and the opposition, all parties are seriously working on this, that the issuing of passes, there must be a system, there must be a system must be made, and some tips should be some directives should be issued by the Home Department or Parliamentary Security, whatever agency is looking after the security. So this is one aspect. Other aspect is Mr. Bhatt gave a very nice example of 1974, and Mr. Manav countered that at that time technology was not of that type. So it was a level playing field for a criminal as well as security personnel. So when technology was not like today, then it was for both the persons, whether it is a criminal or it is the parliament security. So everybody, but there is an evolution, and everything is evolving. And one more thing, which I want to say, they did recce for in the preliminary investigation. It has come to fore that they were doing recce for a very long time, and they came to know that the shoes are not checked. So shoes are not checked, and they used the shoes, and there are type of shoes. Even I have shoes in which I can keep anything. So they must be wearing some special type of shoes. And as Meeta Chakrabarti said, we are not investigating agency, so we cannot comment on what was the labs, who was responsible. But I think we must give time to the government to give a statement, and we must not press them. And whatever is the situation, we must wait for the time.
Yes, precisely, exactly. Mr. Jauhri, that's what everybody else is also saying, that why don't you then let the government have this investigation? Why is it that everybody's jumped the gun? Meeta Chakrabarti, Rahul Gandhi is saying that this breach has happened. It's a serious problem, but the actual reason is unemployment and inflation. People are desperate for jobs. You're not giving jobs to the youth. Therefore, they have plotted this plan. Really? Then you have your own, let me tell you who it is, who's put out this photograph. Supriya Srinete has put out this photograph of Rahul Gandhi during the parliament breach, saying that, look at, he's not afraid. These are not just words. He was there during the breach. Look at him. He's standing there. I mean, what are the political parties really even doing at this point in time? Yes, you're right in pointing fingers at the BJP IT cell, Amit Malia pulling out these photographs and, trying to convolute the conversation here. But I'm sorry, what are the rest of the political parties also doing?
First of all, I completely disagree with this point of political tutu memo. When such a serious breach has happened to our national security, to the parliamentary security, and if you expect the principal opposition political party and the other opposition political parties to just stay quiet.
No. I don't expect you to stay quiet. I don't expect you to stay quiet.
Please let me finish my point.
You're trying to misinterpret what I'm saying. I'm not saying be quiet, Rahul.
Okay. It was not even a statement.
Does the Congress party really think that this security breach has happened because of inflation and unemployment? That these 5 desperate youth who are unemployed have come together for over a year?
If you let me speak, then I will try and explain. That statement was not even meant for you. It was meant for some co-panelists who were trying to suggest that there should be no political meme tutu.
Yes.
But the fact is that at such a time, when there has been such a serious breach of national security, we need to ask the important questions. That is why our MPs have been elected. What
is the important question?
Important questions about the layers of security. How did it get compromised? How did the visitor visa got...
Has Rahul Gandhi asked that question?
We all have collectively, including Mr. Gandhi from the day one. And I have heard this particular snippet of Mr. Gandhi where he starts by saying that this is a very serious security concern. So we have been
raised. And then he puts out on social media that this is happening because of unemployment.
Yes, that's
and high inflation under this administration.
There is a concern in the nation about a very high rate of unemployment. Jobless growth in India, where not enough number of jobs are being created because SME sectors is very badly impacted, not enough number of jobs for the youth of today, and because of very high inflation rate. Now, you cannot, these are government released data, you cannot counter that.
I'm not trying to even counter it. All I'm saying is that is this the time?
And if Mr. Gandhi has pointed out that there is an increasing frustration in the country's youth because of unemployment and very high rate of inflation.
I'll tell you what Mr. Gandhi has exactly said.
I have heard that.
Security breach happened in Lok Sabha. The reason behind this is unemployment and inflation due to PM Modi's policies. Where are the jobs? The youth are desperate. We have to focus on this issue. Give jobs to the youth. There has definitely been a security lapse, but the reason behind it is the country's biggest issue, unemployment.
Yes, the country's biggest issue in today is unemployment. We are a very young nation. So we need ways of creating jobs.
I essentially want to understand.
There is a security lapse. At the same time, this country's biggest issue today is unemployment and jobless growth.
And the Congress Party thinks that the two are related. That
the two are not related.
That these are five desperate.
There is a growing frustration in today's India's youth.
That's what I'm coming to, right? Meeta Chakrabarti,
the Congress Party. There is no unemployment. There is nothing going wrong.
There's no. I'm not saying that there is no unemployment. Let me complete my question.
Okay, please do, and then please allow me to complete as well, ma'am.
No, but you're repeating the same thing over and over again.
Okay,
Rahul Gandhi. Let me just understand from you, does the Congress Party think that the security breach has been done by some 5 desperate unemployed youth of India?
The Congress Party thinks that there has been a security lapse which needs to be investigated. I will again go back to my first.
So why is Mr. Rahul Gandhi using the security breach to discuss unemployment?
Because that's prima facie, that's what this youth have stated, and Mr. Gandhi is well within his right to highlight the issue of unemployment and inflation in this country. That can lead to serious amount of unrest and serious amount of unease among today's youth. That is exactly the point that he was trying to drive home. Now, if you're going to take it in parts and misinterpret it...
I'm actually the only person who's not taking it in parts. The Congress Party thinks that it can take it in parts.
Both the things can go together, ma'am. The first fact is there has...
It's a serious security breach that has happened in India's new parliament.
There is a very serious security breach which needs to be thoroughly investigated. As opposition party, we are going to raise queries about the security breach. That's number 1 point. Number 2 point, as prima facie being stated, there is a fact, the data states that there is an increasing level of unemployment and inflation in the country, which is causing a lot of unrest in today's youth. And yes, that needs to be looked into as well.
Why are we using the security breach? Why are we using the security breach to raise the point of unemployment and frustration?
We do not need to use the security breach to raise this point. These points are separate, but at the same time,
oh my God, Meeta Chakrabarti, your leader has said it. I'm not making it up. I'm literally quoting him, what he has said.
Yes,
he's saying there has definitely been a security lapse, but the reason behind it is the country's biggest issue, unemployment. What does he mean?
He means that there is a growing unrest among people.
So that's all I said, that the Congress Party, bottom line, believes that these were 5 desperate Indian youth seeking employment for the past 1 year, not being able to find it. Therefore, they hatched this entire conspiracy to enter into the parliament.
Express their dismay. Personally, I would like the investigation to get completed. But yes, that's what it looks like prima facie.
Okay, Manav Jaiswal.
What's wrong with that?
Okay, Manav Jaiswal, what do you think then the responsibility of the opposition also needs to be at this point in time? Do you think that it is fair to now link the security breach to unemployment, inflation, to put out photographs of everybody's leaders who are actually inside the parliament, who beat up the intruders and say, oh, you know, look at them, this person was not afraid, that person was not afraid, these are the real heroes?
First of all, I need to add on, Devika. Post Indira Gandhi era, I think even if you call about Indira Gandhi era and all, this is the only opposition which is the most responsible opposition in the entire 75 years of Indian constitution or Indian democracy.
I love it when somebody gives themselves a pat on the back. No,
I'm not doing it. No, you might love it, but you can't hate it, right? That's more important. You're talking about love, you're not talking about hatred. Whereas you have a government which only speaks about hatred and who multiplies hatred into hatred into hatred. Now, why do you all say that? We might be less in numbers, but we raise questions. This was supposed to be the last session before going into 2024 election. Most important session, apparently. And there were a lot of questions for the country. to be answered by this regime, Modi Shah regime. What did they do? They are so incompetent, they could not even safeguard the authenticity of the parliament. You really think our country is in the right hand? You really want to answer, Devika, yes, my country is in the right hand, my prime minister is really competent. Yes, whatever happened in the parliament, it could be a matter of joke. Can you say that?
It's not a
Are
matter
you really
of joke.
safe today?
It's not a matter
Are
of
you really
joke.
safe today, Devika? I'm asking you a question. You might not need to answer that.
No,
but are
I
you really
definitely
safe,
don't need
Devika?
to answer it. I definitely
Are you really
don't
safe
need
in
to
Delhi?
answer it.
Are you really safe?
As a woman, Manav Jaiswal, I have not been safe for a very
No, no,
long
no, no,
time.
no, no,
Governments
no,
have
no,
come
no,
and
as an
gone.
Indian.
Governments have come and
Devika,
gone.
as
As
an
a
Indian.
woman, nobody has made me feel safe. So let's not even go
No,
there.
Devika,
Let's not even go there.
As an Indian.
Let's not
Devika,
even
as
go
an
there.
Indian. Devika, as an Indian. I take you more as an Indian than a woman. Please. Let's respect that.
Then I don't know what you mean, Mr. Manav Jaiswal, when you say
I mean
do I
to
feel
say,
safe in Delhi.
are you really safe when you see your parliament is so vulnerable? Do you really want to say that you are so safe?
That's precisely what we're saying. That's precisely what
No,
all
no,
of us
no.
are saying.
That's
That something
precisely
so
what the
serious
opposition
has
is
happened.
saying. That's
Something
precisely
so
what the
serious
opposition
has
is asking
happened,
for.
and I have
Who is
called
taking
out
the
the BJP.
responsibility?
I have
What
called out the
part is
BJP.
Devika?
I have called out
Devika,
the BJP
Devika,
for putting out
Devika,
photographs.
Sir, listen to me, Baba. The worst part is, nobody in the government is taking responsibility.
On what basis
Nobody.
do you make that
It
statement?
is so easy to say. It is so easy
No,
to say.
because
that
now the
passes
opposition.
are very easy
No,
to
no, no.
get.
Now the
listen to
opposition
me.
will start demanding people's resignations because that's the opposition's
listen.
first demand. This
Listen,
person
listen,
resign,
listen,
that
listen.
person resign.
Listen,
आप भी
listen,
resign
Devika.
करिए, आप भी resign करिए,
Devika,
government
Devika.
खाली करिए.
Devika, you're not a spokeswoman, yeah? Come back to normalcy.
I'm not being a spokesperson, Manav Jaiswal, and I
I'm
don't
telling you, listen
appreciate
to me.
being spoken to this
Listen
way.
to me, Devika Chopra, listen to me. Listen to me. Give me some time, Baba. Now you have
No, I've given enough time. I'm running out of time now. There's no point. I asked a simple question. I asked.
Easy hai passes lena. We know how the passes are taken care of. But what about the security within the parliament compound? Is it so easy to breach? You
It
can
should
say
not
that
be.
these passes can be
And
optional. But what
therefore,
about the breach? What about
therefore,
the breach
prima
of
facie,
security?
it does stink of an insider job. And if
No.
then everybody has to be investigated.
Then you want to say that actually you're not predicting, you're pronouncing a statement that this government is incompetent. They cannot get a mole who's already there in the parliament, who's sitting just under the nose.
Okay, I'm going
You're
to
trying
leave.
to say that this government is so incompetent. You have made a statement. I congratulate you. Thank you. You have actually done a job of an Indian than be an anchor.
Manav
Congratulations.
Jaiswal, I don't know what you're getting at. I don't know what you're
No, it's
getting out of
honest.
this.
You just said there's a mole as an insider job and this government is so
I
incompetent
said that
they cannot even check on
it
their
stinks
own
of that,
background.
and there could be a larger conspiracy, a foreign conspiracy at play, given that there are people sitting in the United States of America who have threatened to do just this. And the opposition today
and there is no security. This government is so incompetent that such a huge conspiracy is happening, and this government has got no clue. Hey, Baba, this government should immediately resign. You're right. You're
Okay.
very right, Devika.
Exactly.
I must congratulate you. You're so apt, man. Honestly, this...
Manav Jaiswal, whatever you're trying to do, don't try to do it.
You guys have actually done the
Manav
great job.
Jaiswal, do not
You
try
have
to
done
do
an
this.
excellent
Do
job.
not try to do
Devika,
this.
you have done a huge...
I'm going to leave the last word with Himanshu Bhatt because this is not how I conduct my shows. Okay, we want to make a larger point. Something serious has happened in the country and you have spokespersons of parties sitting here and making a mockery of the entire debate and the entire discussion. Himanshu Bhatt, are people realizing that something serious has happened? And what is this assumption that nobody is taking it seriously? Are we saying that Delhi police is not investigating the matter, that the Home Ministry is just sitting and watching a tamasha happen?
See, in last 25 minutes, you have seen how the mockery of our system is made by some opposition parties and their spokespersons. The people who have absolutely no local standing. I'm a journalist from last 30 years. I would not hesitate to say spade a spade. And this is what is being done. The gentleman was saying this is the most responsible opposition. This is the worst worst opposition we have seen in the last 75 years. I have worked for 30 years now. In 30 years, I have seen a lot. Making noise, shouting over other people and stopping other people talk is what they do. When we say insider's job, it means an insider's job. It could be some employee of the Lok Sabha, it could be some MPs also. The investigation is on. Why is it, how is it that those people were trained for 1.5 years, which they confessed? Who gave them money? They were unemployed. That's what Rahul Gandhi said. Who gave them money? Let's find that out. We will exactly know. And the man says, he is sitting here, my friends in Brussels, my friends in USA are laughing. Yes.
Exactly. And my question is, what are you saying to them?
This is what I had said.
Your friends in America, Himanshu Bhatt, friends in America are laughing. What are you telling them? Are you telling them to look into Pannu's matter?
This is what, you know.
Are you asking your friends in America to look into Mr. Pannu? No, you're not. You're busy here now trying to switch people's words around to make it suit your narrative. Let me tell you, I will not let it happen, at least not on my show. I've completely run out of time. I've in fact gone over time with this, but this was an important aspect to be discussed. And of course, we will continue our coverage and bring about more information on the Parliament security breach. I thank everybody for taking out the time to be with us today.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.